Then we took the
We're all in it together and we've got time to lay back, take it all in and feeling fine. Come on closer to me, I'll tell you something good. We can rely on tomorrow. I'll see you around town, around town, around town, around town.
And now your host for Around Town, Jane Bouvier.
Hello again, and welcome to Around Town. We have a 3-segment show tonight, which we all love because it moves so quickly. And I also want to thank Zach Miller, who was up earlier. He's a filmmaker from Boston and also Los Angeles, and he's doing a documentary on the Boston Coconut Grove fire. And because my father was the band leader at the Grove, he wanted to interview me. And he's going to come back in April, and we'll do an interview, and he's going to bring part of his film with him, which will be great. First 2 guests are Tracy Maleski. Is it Maleski or Molaski?
Molaski.
Tracy Maleski and Nancy Olson.
Right.
I love your hair, by the way.
Well, thank you.
It's very
similar
cute.
to yours.
Yes, I was noticing that. And you always look great. They've been on 3 years, and I keep calling her Laura Semple. So this is not good. I got to get that into my head. Anyway, Women's Club Green Sale again.
Right.
How many years?
11. This is our 11th year.
Wow, that's amazing. But you didn't always, you're at the Williams Barn now.
Right.
Where did you do it before, or was that the hospital?
That was the hospital auxiliary that
That's
did
right.
it at that
That
time.
was 11 years ago when the hospital did it?
Actually, they didn't do it for a little while, and then we picked it up.
Wow. Yeah, that was
After
really
they stopped
missed.
doing it.
Was
Yeah.
really missed,
Yes,
I think.
yeah.
And when do you start making, because look at this. Let's talk about this. I mean, this is stunning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We did the last week. We've been doing kissing balls and boxwood trees in my kitchen. And we've had a wonderful workforce of members, 8 usually, there every day. We've made 36 trees.
Wow.
And
How long does it take to make one of those?
it's a long time.
Yeah.
That's why nurseries don't do them anymore. They're labor intensive, but we're volunteer labor force, so we don't.
Yes.
So
the
our product
volunteer.
is very reasonable as a result
Yeah.
of that. And we have a lot of donated items.
Yeah.
Beyond that, these ribbon items,
Yeah.
we've been working on all summer, Tracy, right?
Is that right?
We
Um,
did. We actually start planning for our green sale in January. And we work throughout the year
Yeah.
doing different things, making bows and things
You
like
know,
this.
people don't get the fact that, like with Groton Fest, I'm already booking acts for Groton Fest next October 7th. Things like this take a very long time, especially when you're volunteers. But and you do just such a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you.
This is our biggest fundraiser,
Yeah.
so it really is a year-long
Yeah.
effort to
Yeah, absolutely.
do it.
Now, there are other things other than you have people that have booths there, right?
At Groton Fest?
No.
No.
No. At the Williams Barn?
No, we have a cookie mile,
Yeah.
which members bake cookies, and our patrons can go through and choose whatever homemade cookies they want. Tracy can
Yeah.
speak to that better than I can. 'cause
Are you
she
the
really-
cookie lady?
I think I'm the cookie lady, but I think you pretty much covered it, Nancy.
Yeah.
We have several things that we actually do in addition to selling wreaths and trees and so on. One would be the cookie mile.
Yeah.
Another is a table that we have ornaments,
Mm-hmm.
and they're handmade ornaments that we sell as well.
By the Women's Club?
By the Women's Club. We have a quilt auction that is made by Jan Dillon,
Oh,
who
yeah.
also is in charge of our Soldiers Angels.
Yep.
And these beautiful table runners that
Oh, those
you
are
know,
gorgeous.
we're also,
Yeah, we have probably 7, I think, of these
yeah,
that are going to
so
be
we're
for
selling
sale.
some of these as well. So it seems like there are other vendors there, but it's all the Women's Club and it's all
Okay.
part of us.
And cider.
We don't do cider, cocoa, and we don't do that anymore
Oh.
because we found
Better
that
be coffee.
people come in. We have, last year at 8:30, we had a line that went completely
I'll
around
bet.
the building.
Yep.
People come in, they know exactly what they want, and they're out of there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work to do the cider and the cocoa. And
Yeah.
we decided we'd rather give over the space to more product
Oh, great.
rather than do that.
Do you sell out?
Oh, yes.
Everything?
Every year, yeah.
That's amazing.
We've been very fortunate. People realize that it's a scholarship
Yeah.
fundraiser.
Yeah,
And they really come out. The community supports it
absolutely.
terrifically.
I know people, you know, I used to, the day after Thanksgiving, I would put up my wreath. But then I waited for you guys because everybody wants to buy it from the green sale.
Right, and we're grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I didn't wait, you were early. When are you? This
We're
weekend?
the third
No,
of
2 weekends.
December.
3rd of December.
Always the first Saturday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, well, and your husbands don't mind? If you have husbands, they don't
No,
mind you
they're
doing it in your
saints, pretty
kitchen?
much.
Do they deliver the stuff the day of the?
They pitch in,
They
Tracy's
do help out.
Yeah.
husband comes and does a wonderful video of the whole barn when we're set
Oh,
up.
that's great.
And we've been able to give discs of that to
Yeah.
our members in the past who participate in the sale, which is a nice thank you
Yeah.
to them.
I'm going to mention a name. You're going to tell me the name because I cannot believe I've just spaced on this. Who died after the 350th, and her husband is involved now?
Pat Hallett.
Pat Hallett.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I totally spaced on her name.
Yeah.
Does he still, Jim Hallett, still come?
Not in the last 2 years.
Okay.
He's
He
relocated.
remarried.
Yes, he did, very happily, and we're very happy for
Oh,
him. He
good.
was terrifically supportive
Yeah.
of us
Yeah.
after
He's a sweet
Pat
Yeah.
passed. We have multiple husbands that really,
That's
they're,
great.
they're very, very supportive. Thank goodness.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are almost so quick. We're almost out of time. So, I know people come like right at the beginning.
Yeah, December 3rd,
Yeah,
9 to 1.
9 to 1.
The doors open at 9 a.m.
Yep. Do you have a website so people that might want to join the women's club?
GrotonWomen'sClub.org.
.org.
And there is a membership thing
Who
to
is that?
click on.
Marie Milliken is your.
Marie is our new president. The contact person for membership is Audrey Bryce.
Oh.
Yes, and has been for years.
Great.
If you ask the members to raise their hands who recruited you, how many people were recruited
Yes,
by
Audrey Bryce. Right.
Pretty much the whole
Right.
room.
I was a member of the women's club very briefly, and then I said I can't do it anymore. I don't have any time, and Terry McPartland signed me up anyway. She paid for the membership and just, but it's a wonderful group.
It's a wonderful
it really
organization,
is.
and you
Yeah.
have to see the workshops to understand
Yeah.
that, how well everybody
Oh,
works
absolutely.
toward a common goal. We're very fortunate.
That's fantastic.
Good
Work hard,
friendships.
we laugh a lot.
Right.
That's what it's all about. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much
much
for
for
the
having us.
opportunity.
One more time, the date
December 3rd from 9 until 1.
at the Williams Bar.
At
the
Williams
Williams
Bar.
Bar.
Wonderful.
yes.
And I'm
Right.
sure you'll be mobbed.
Thank
I
you.
hope so.
All right, and I hope it's good weather. I'm sure it'll be good weather
We
for
hope
you
for
guys.
the same.
Thanks so
Thank you
much.
very much,
Thank
Jane.
you.
We appreciate it.
In just a second, we're going to be bringing up the new high school principal, Michael Woodlock, and I'm anxious to talk to him. I've been terrible tonight because of our interview earlier. I've been treating him badly, but we'll fix that anyway. And then Jay McHugh will be here, and Jay has a company called Send Out Cards, and he's unbelievable. He's been here before, but this company is just unbelievable. It's fantastic. All kinds of things. I don't know does anybody know when the tree lighting is? Ashley probably knows. Anyway, that'll be coming up in the near future, and it's Christmas in Groton, as you know, always a great time. I hear the Charter Review Committee met last night, and that's going to be coming up, so you should pay attention to that as well. And are we mic'd? Are we ready to go? Almost. You can just look at him. He's so handsome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You know, good. Our former principal, Mike, what was his?
Mastrullo.
Mastrullo.
Yes.
When I first met him, I was taking a picture for the Groton Herald, and he came outside, and I said, "Oh, you're so young." He said, "And I'm cute too."
And modest.
And modest,
Yeah.
right? Right. So you're younger than I thought you were going to be.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah? Where were you before?
I was in Tingsboro.
Oh, right up
So
the
not far
road.
away.
Yeah. So you liking this?
So far, very much.
Yeah, good. Kids are great. We have our crew. You know, this is like our I've been doing this for 20 years, and it's like our 5th or 6th group of kids, and they start as freshmen, and they go till they're into college. This is the most incredible crew. They're just unbelievable.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
not surprised.
you're doing a good job with the.
Yeah, I can't take credit for what they've
Yeah,
done.
but they
uh,
really are amazing. So, why Groton? I mean, was this a job that you just wanted to move to another school, or you looked at Groton and said, I really love this place?
That's a tough question. I think it was why Groton. It had to do with timing
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
I was in Tingsboro for close to 20 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so I got to do a lot of different things there.
I know you're not that old.
I'm 44.
Yeah,
so,
well, you were really
yeah,
young.
I started there probably when I was 25.
Wow.
So, yeah, I got to do a lot there. I had all kinds of opportunities and really got to grow as an educator and then become an administrator. I was pretty friendly with Mr. Masrullo.
Uh-huh.
He worked in Tingsboro before he came here.
Oh, that's right, I didn't know that, yeah.
We remained good friends and as principals, colleagues, and,
Yeah.
and I've been in this building
Yeah.
quite a few times before.
Does he like Concord?
He's doing well. Yeah,
I
he
think
likes
it's a
it quite
good
bit.
fit for him down there.
Yeah, he's doing well. I
Great.
think he would fit in just about anywhere.
Well, that's
He's
true too,
talented.
yeah.
So, when he was leaving, he did kind of put the bug in my ear that he thought it would be a good fit for me. Immediately I said no, but he kept talking and I got more and more interested.
That's great.
So,
Excellent.
here I am.
How bad was the school committee and the group that was vetting you? Was it easy?
How bad were they?
How many people were up for the job?
I honestly don't know
Yeah.
how many. I wasn't given
Yeah.
that information. But when I met initially, for my initial interview, I'd say there were about 10 people. So it's daunting.
Yeah.
It's definitely nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good because you live right around here. This is wonderful because
Yeah.
we've had a couple of principals that, were outside of Boston and it was tough.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah.
I have 3 children, and so being able to get home, and then if I need to come back, having that option.
Right.
It was really important to
Yeah.
me. So I wouldn't have sought a job very far away
Yeah,
from where
good.
I live.
I am the mother of an actor
Mm-hmm.
and also kids that love theater. And when Will was here, and he's 35 now, we had a full arts program, drama program here.
Yeah.
I'm just putting the word out to you that I am a big fighter about that because it bothers me. Although the group that puts on the shows, these kids are amazing. They do it all.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw.
I
ours
didn't
in
see
McHugh
it,
Lace. Was
but
fantastic.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I was
And,
very
you know,
impressed.
But Will would probably not have left school if he'd be still here.
Yeah,
It was,
it's an outlet for a lot of kids,
Yeah.
and I wish I was talented in the arts.
Yeah.
I've always kind of wanted to be able to sing or dance or act, and it's not my thing.
Sports?
I was an athlete, but I've always been a huge supporter
Good.
and fan of the arts.
Well, I'm glad
And
to hear that.
I couldn't advocate more that
Yeah.
it should be a big part of
Yeah,
a
I'm
high
glad,
school.
very glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Very glad to hear that. We have gone, and I'm not trying to be negative, but when I looked at Boston Magazine, I did not see Groton Dunstable on that list of top, whatever it is, 100 schools.
Yeah.
And that concerned me because why? What happened that we're not way up on top now?
Yeah, I can't answer that. I would have to maybe find out what the criteria is for Boston Magazine.
Yeah.
A lot of that can be pretty subjective.
Yeah,
based
well,
on
of course,
whatever the
Dover,
editors are looking
Sherborne
for.
is right up on top.
Yeah, and that's
you
a
know.
great school
Yeah.
system. I can't say why we're not there. I'm pretty suspicious of those lists sometimes. I think people may be pushing an agenda from time
Yeah.
to time, but I know this is a great school.
It is a great school,
it's a
and we've got
fantastic
great
school.
teachers, and I want to see it up on top like number
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I'd love to see that too.
So now that you're here, tell Mike you're going to make that happen.
Yeah, I'd love to see that happen. I think we just go and try and do what's best for kids
Yeah.
every day, and hopefully that's going to put us on those lists. But
Yeah.
I think I sleep pretty well at night knowing that these kids are getting a really nice education.
That's good. Am I right that, because I wasn't paying that much attention to MCAS, because thank goodness my kids were out before that happened, but is that no longer? Am I right on
Well,
that?
that's kind of in a transitional phase. There's a lot of talk about, an MCAS 2.0. The PARC exam has been an exam that's been used predominantly in junior high school or elementary school and replacing the MCAS. We're still using the MCAS here.
Oh, you
I know
are?
in my
Okay.
former school, we were using the MCAS. Some high schools have maybe gone over to PARC. But it's definitely in a transition phase. I think standardized testing can be a topic where people have very differing opinions. I
Right.
certainly don't want to teach to test, but
Right.
it's a measuring stick for us as well and can be really useful. So it's a balance
Yeah.
that you have to try and
I
strike.
still don't like it, but, I
Well,
think
it has
his,
its uses.
Yeah.
But, I think we're in a enviable situation where I was in Tingsboro and here in Groton, where the kids are going to do very well because it's a really good school, so you don't have to focus on preparing them for the test.
okay,
And some schools that may struggle, they are being, penalized
Right.
for not scoring well, so
Right.
they have to focus on that test more.
yeah,
I just don't, it's not something I want to do here, and
Yeah.
it's not something I did in my previous school.
we don't seem, now, I don't know if this is true, but from where I sit, I don't see a lot of kids being bullied in this school.
Mm.
Am I right that this is a pretty well-behaved
Yeah,
group?
I mean, I think in every school you have complaints of, harassment or bullying.
Yeah,
It's not something that I deal with daily or even weekly, but it does come up. And I think, sometimes it's a perceived thing,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's real. And you never want to take the chance and make a judgment and say, I don't think so. So
Yeah.
anytime it comes up, we do investigate it thoroughly. But thankfully, it's not happening
Yeah.
very often.
yeah, it seems like such a, even when my kids were here, there weren't a lot of problems, and everybody, I think it is a great school
It's
district.
a wonderful atmosphere here, and if you've ever had a chance to walk around Groton Dunstable High School
Yep,
during a day, kids have a lot of freedom. And for me, that was an adjustment because my old school was set up very differently. It didn't have as many common areas. And they take full advantage of these common
Yeah.
areas. And kids have some freedom, and they don't abuse it.
that's great.
They treat each other, by and large,
Mhm.
very well.
Mhm.
And, they're caring, kind kids, and it says a lot about their
Absolutely.
home lives as well.
Yep.
So it's been really, really pleasant to see that.
How was the turnout tonight? Is parent-teacher conferences
Yeah, it's been pretty busy.
pretty busy?
Yeah.
I always dreaded going to those,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
suppose, if you don't know what to expect, it can be kind of scary. But thankfully, it's been a lot of parents come out, and
Good.
we want that. We want our parents to be involved
Yeah,
and have a really strong working knowledge of what's going on in the
Yeah.
classroom,
yeah.
and be able to ask any questions they have of our teachers.
You didn't work with Jim O'Loughlin, who was our guidance
I did
counselor.
not,
That
but I've heard the name.
I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Jim, I was in school so much talking to him that he said we were married
Yeah.
at the hip. But he was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And you have, what, 4 guidance
We
counselors now?
have 4. We were able to add a guidance counselor this year, and they do a lot of work.
Absolutely.
They are in constant motion,
Yeah,
and I work with them very closely.
that's great.
And they're 4 very caring individuals. We also have an adjustment counselor here as well.
What is that?
It really is just, for kids that are struggling
Oh, I
or
see.
may have an anxiety situation, or, it could be any number of things.
Another thing
really.
we should have had when I,
Yeah, and I mean, just when kids need a little something
Right.
extra, and he's there for them and goes over and above
that's
call
fantastic.
of duty, so it's really nice to see.
We're out of time.
Yeah, it goes by fast.
But one other question, college acceptance is good?
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, this is a strong tradition of academic excellence
Yeah.
here, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Yeah, how, 90%,
I think
95%?
they're up around 90% for 2- and 4-year colleges. I wouldn't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I would defer to our guidance
Right.
staff on that, but it's way up.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
So nice to
My
meet you.
hands are rough, sorry.
It's all right.
Will you come back
Anytime.
at the end of the year?
Sure.
See, thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you. Just a second, we're going to be bringing up Jay McHugh, who is, I can't remember what the term is, but he is a big guy with send-out cards, a company that I think is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to talk to him about that. I know we talked about Barney Blood. Why is everybody's walking in front of the camera tonight? And I can't figure it. Well, that's because there's no room. Look at that. See, no wonder they're walking in front of the camera. Anyway, so Jay is here, and we're going to talk about him and his wonderful business. And I know she's miking you, but I'm going to talk to you anyway. How are you?
Very good.
You look skinny and gorgeous.
Oh, you're too kind.
And let's get right to it. Tell everybody what Send Out Cards is. Your hair is cute, too. You look like a whole different person.
Well, you're too kind. See, right there, you'll be getting a card from me.
A card.
Saying thank you for the kind
That's what
comments.
happened the last time. That's when when you were first on the show. It was so unbelievable when that arrived.
There you go.
Yeah.
Send Out Cards is an online greeting card and gift company. So you can create a card the way you want it. You can use one of the 20,000 default cards, hit a few buttons, add a gift or not a gift.
Yep.
And then they do all the heavy lifting out in Utah. They
Oh, is
stuff
that
it,
where they are?
They stamp it, they send it, and the person